Happy Thursday, everybody. Welcome back. Today I'm doing my most surprising reads of 2017. I had a few books on this list, and these are books that I read in 2017, not necessarily books that came out in 2017. This is for me personally. These are books that I went into either expecting to not like it, not expecting anything at all, or expecting it to be very mediocre, and I ended up coming out of them really jazzed and really excited. The first book that I have on here is Stalking Jack the Ripper by Carrie Maniscalco. I had been hearing good things about this, but historical fiction is not my favorite genre. When I went to pick this up for the Spooktober readathon, I fell absolutely in love. I gave this a 4.5 out of 5 stars. I thought this was a fantastic novel, and I was very surprised by how much I enjoyed it. This is a young adult historical fiction mystery novel that takes place in London, and it follows our main character that is trying to figure out the mystery of who Jack the Ripper is. Now, one thing that I really did enjoy about this book is that the main character is so scientific. We do not get to see a lot of main characters like that, especially in young adult, at least that I have read. I have not seen a lot of very scientifically, mathematically minded females, and it was just so refreshing to see this. I also enjoyed the mystery aspect of it. I did figure it out, but it didn't upset me that I figured it out. I figured it out kind of a few chapters before the reveal actually happened, so it wasn't like, oh, this is so predictable. And I do enjoy mysteries, so I think that's why I enjoyed this one so much. The next one that I have on here is Red Queen by Victoria Aveyard. This is a very polarizing book within the booktube community, at least that I have seen. People either really love it and think it's amazing, or they dislike it and think it's exactly like everything else out there. So I went into this with very tentative expectations, and I ended up really enjoying it. I did see similarities between it and other series, but once I got into the novel, I was enthralled and I forgot about all of those other parallels, and I really wanted to continue on with the series, so I would definitely say this is a surprising like for me. Then we have Love Her Wild, Book of Poems by Atticus. This book of poetry has mixed reviews. A lot of people say it's unoriginal, and so I went into this with hesitant expectations, but I ended up really enjoying this. I gave it a 4 out of 5 stars, and I think it was just what I needed to read at the time that I read this. Then I have The Dazzling Heights by Catherine McGee. This is the second book in the 1000th Floor series trilogy. It is a futuristic sci-fi young adult novel that takes place where Manhattan, or the city of New York, is actually a giant tower that has 1,000 floors. It has like a Gossip Girl-esque aspect to it, and the first book I gave, I think, a 2.5 out of 5 stars, and I ended up picking the second book up off on a whim, and I was really blown away by it. I think the characters matured, I think the plot matured, and I'm really excited for the next one. I thought it was really fabulous, so yeah. And the last book on here is The Conspiracy of Us by Maggie Hall. This book is pitched as like a young adult Da Vinci Code or National Treasure, so naturally I was excited, but also I was really nervous because I love both of those. I love the Dan Brown Da Vinci Code and I love National Treasure, so I was a little hesitant when I went into it, and I was not disappointed. I was actually pleasantly surprised by what happened. I thought the romance would overpower the mystery and the history and the you know, action spy adventure kind of that it was, and it really didn't, or at least in my opinion, it didn't. So I really enjoyed it, and I will be continuing on with the series. So that is it for my most surprising reads of 2017. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I will see you next time. Goodbye!